entertainment magazine, here's more about Teri.
When I was 4 years old, I had a cat. That cat was Fluffy. And Fluffy got a shampoo blow dry every night. I had that Fluffy just trained beautifully so I could blow dry and just brush that hair, and I loved it. Right after high school, I went straight to beauty college. And beauty college, number one, was great because, you know, they run that strict program.
The thing that I remember about Teri most at that time, actually being the owner of the school, was the fact that it was hard to discipline her. She was always, you know, pushing one's buttons a little bit, you know, and doing something a little bit extra.
And I learned that because they would give me instruction, and I go, oh, okay. They would go, okay, cut this head of hair right now. We'll be back and we'll check it. And I'd cut the whole thing, send them out the door, thank them, tell them when there was time to get their next appointment, and then I'd get in trouble because the instructors couldn't come and see what I had done, because that's the process. I wound up in the lab doing shampoo bowls, wrapping perms on mannequin heads for the first punishment, I think, was a week. And then I got out again and did exactly the same thing again. And where did I go? Is back to the lab. Ron kept a very tight ship. So he always came out so serious, you know, and then he'd always crack a joke or something. I really enjoyed him as an instructor, and then I also had a great instructor, Mrs. Reeves. And she just saw me and grabbed my hand and just looked after me, because she knew something was going to happen. You know, she just was like, I see something in you, Teri, and because I was like 17 and going, bah! But
right away, I think we saw a spark of interest and a spark of talent in Teri.
My girlfriend, who was my roommate in Chico, she says, let's go to this hair show. And we're watching this hair show down in San Francisco. And my girlfriend looked at me and she said, that is what you need to be.
But once in a while, a shooting star comes along, and that is Teri. She has really taken off in the industry of hairdressing. By
the time I was 21, 22, I had my own salon and health club, and then decided to go to work for Matrix as somebody who would go into the salon and teach hair products and that sort of thing. From there, I created a video right here in town and sent it off to L'Oreal, to Matrix, to Redken, to Wella. Out of it, got 4 interviews. L'Oreal offered me a job, and then I also went and tested at Wella Corporation, and they offered me a job, and then I picked Wella and wound up at Wella for 18 years. And then George Schaefer, the owner of OPI, he called me and said, how about a job here at Aloxi? And so that's where I am now.
Please welcome to the stage your Aloxi Artistic Advisor, Ms. Teri Dougherty.
When I think about Teri and I, we've probably worked together at 100 events over the years. She takes care of everything. Often when you work with artists specialize in delivery of concept and message. But Teri is a show in a box. What I look for was the direction from her versus giving her the direction, which is very unique.
Being voted one of the top 50 hairdressers in the United States, I think, is an incredible thing for Teri a couple of years ago. Seeing her do her fashion work, seeing her name in fashion magazines and in professional hairdressing magazines.
She was ranked number 4 in one of our magazines. When you're recognized in color, color is by far and away the most challenging of all the disciplines in hairdressing.
And I think what I like about Teri the most is she's a mentor. She has an inspiration and aspiration to teach everybody that she comes in contact with.
So that was trying everything to do, how can I teach the hairdresser to understand design, and how do you break design down mechanically? So from that, I created a 3D program that you could learn on the web and patented it. I was like, well, I never thought I would get a patent, you know?
We had to bust her sometimes because she'd be working with the students. When it's actually our job to be working with the students, but she always had that knack for sharing what she found out.
She's made also top 75 educators of the year. which is a slightly different thing. One recognizes you as a quality hairdresser. The other recognizes you for your ability to share what you know.
She's a shooting star, and I think the accomplishments are just absolutely incredible, and we are so proud of her. And to be a part of her early career, and for her to still remember us, you know, I think is absolutely great. And so we just simply want to congratulate Teri.
I was never an academic type, and my parents knew that. Dyslexic, I had 7 years of training and thought, oh my gosh, I will never be able to get through the written part of beauty college. And I did with flying colors because it was something that was so interesting to me. And it was approached from the artistic direction, and that's where I really excel. So not in my wildest dreams did I think anything like this would happen. I'm blown away, and I'm so incredibly honored. And yeah, it just makes me grin from ear to ear.